What's going on, everybody? King of Dragons coming at you with another figure update, and today we'll be having a look at Ares. Now, we've already reviewed Ares. If you can go ahead and go back to check out Ares' review, you can see that we already had a look at him, but we're here to actually take a look at the updated complete Ares. Now, he is complete, but now some time has gone on, and we have gotten two new figures for the DC Multiverse Wonder Woman series. We did get a Penelope and a new Wonder Woman, and they each came with pieces for Ares. Now, they're not essential to build Ares. We do have a really nice figure here, but Wonder Woman did come with his shield, and Penelope did come with his flaming swords. That's right, she came with two of these flaming swords. So what we're going to do now is take a little break, get Ares displayed with both of these, have a look at these individually, and then we'll go on to the rest of the figure. So sit tight, everyone. So now we have Ares, and he is holding the sword that came with Steve Trevor. Now, getting it out of his hand, let's actually go on to his first new accessories, which are these blazing swords, or flaming swords, whatever you want to call them. Because I'm a Voltron fan, I'm just going to call them blazing swords, and I have to say, really nice detail on them. Although, I do have a few minor complaints. One complaint that I do have is that the paint seems really thin on these swords. You can see that there is some paint bleeding through just to replicate that flaming look to it. But I kind of wish that they had made the actual sword and steel part a little darker just to give it a little more contrast, because from a distance it just looks like a really orange sword. Making these a little darker would have brought out some of the finer details that we see right here that actually get lost the further you go back versus when you're up close. But we do get two swords, and I don't know why, but they feel kind of sticky to me. Like, they're both kind of sticky, not at the paint parts, but just here in the plastic. They do feel just a tiny bit sticky. I don't know what it is. I'm trying to remember what was the last figure I had that felt sticky, but I just know it wasn't an overall good feel for the figure. But we do get two swords, one for each of his hands, and as you can see, they are mirrored sculpts. They're not the exact same sculpt. Well, they are. They're just mirrored. You can see the details right here on this flame match this flame right here, as well as the way it comes out in the back right here. Essentially, it's the same mold, just mirrored, but we do get two of them, and they do look nice. As you can see, just really overall. And if you're wondering what it is, it's basically his Hell Sword right here, just on fire. Although, lining it up, the blade is a lot longer. I didn't notice that at first. There's like a full inch on the blade that is added with the flames, which is a really cool detail. I didn't even notice that at first. And if you're wondering, the swords do fit in both of Ares' hands. It is a little tricky getting them into his hands, seeing as how his hands were this really stiff plastic. But once you get it in, he does hold the swords pretty well, and I'm just going to try to get one in just to show you guys. It's not, there we go. And it does give this really nice effect, having him with the sword. It almost kind of looks like a cosmic effect too. I don't know how I feel about the cosmic effect, but it does look really cool. Let's actually try to get this sword into his hand just so you guys can see what it looks like, and I accidentally bumped my camera. Let's try to do this on camera, and there we go. So here we have Ares with his blazing swords, and it does provide such a nice contrast to the blue armor that he has on. And overall, I think I like the way this looks. If you don't have Wonder Woman, this is actually a really good way to have Ares pose. Just have him with his flaming swords ready to fight. So that looks really cool. So let's actually get these out of his hands and move on to his next accessory. And we also do get this really nice shield that comes with Wonder Woman. If you're able to find the Toys R Us Wonder Woman figure, you also get Ares' really cool, really awesome detailed shield I really do like this. And posing him with it, it looks so much better. But let's actually go on to the details on the shield first before showing it off with the figure. Just really nice. I do like the way it's sculpted right here in the middle. It's almost like the sun radiating out and all these details. You can see the rivets. It's nicely painted in this silver, black, and blue effect. I don't know what the base color is. It's probably this black, but it's just done with this silver wash and blue wash. It just looks so nice. Really good. It is made of a softer plastic, which is a little disappointing because you can see the sides right here did get a little warped. A little hot water or hair dryer will heat those back up into place. But on the back we do get these two straps. You can actually have Ares holding in either arm. Now according to the back of the packaging, you're supposed to have this part on the inside. So when you slide it on, it does kind of... I don't know if he's supposed to hold it or if it's just supposed to wrap around his arm. But I find it's easier just getting his arm wrapped in the loops. You don't really have to have him holding it because the way it's designed, the strap will go behind his thumb and it gives the illusion that he's actually holding the shield. Which again is a really nice feature, and I'm really glad that we get this really cool added accessory to Ares. And if you really wanted to, you can give him his Hell Sword. Just slide that in. And now we have an Ares that is completely ready for combat. So I really do like the way that this Ares looks. How to have him pose, I really don't know. Because this, as it stands, is a really nice design. But I kind of also like the fiery swords. And in case you're wondering, nothing aesthetically about the figure changes but the way he looks. So the shield just adds a new look. There's no articulation added to him, but if you want to know what it is, it's a ball jointed head, ball jointed shoulders that go out, forward, back, swivel bicep, single joint at the elbow, swivel forearm, swivel wrist, ball hinge torso, swivel waist, legs go forward, back, and out, thigh swivel, single jointed knee, and ankle hinge. Like I said, nothing about his articulation changes, but we do get new posing options for Ares. So what I'm going to do now is wrap up this video and move on to my final thoughts on the complete Ares, and then we'll wrap up this figure update. So sit tight, everyone. So here we have Ares posed for my final thoughts. Overall, I really did like this figure as... So here we have Ares posed for my final thoughts. Overall, I really did like the way this figure looked before the added shield and swords. And now that he has them, it just gives me much more display options that I didn't even think about. If you can find Wonder Woman and Penelope to get these effects, you are going to want to have them because as it stands, this is how Ares looks. And let's bring in Wonder Woman here. So you can see it does bring out a lot more dynamics with the way you can have them posed. You can have them ready to fight. You can have their shields clashing, their swords clashing. Whatever you want, you can do it with these two figures. I already liked Ares as it was, but now having the extra swords and the shield, I can't recommend him any more than I already did. And if you already have Ares, I really do recommend you find Wonder Woman for the shield. If you're unable to find the fiery swords, it's just a little added effect. He still looks nice with the standard sword. But as it stands, this is probably how I'm going to have my Ares displayed in my collection on the shelf with all the other movie figures. And he just looks really awesome. Really recommend getting the complete Ares 100%. And that's just the way I have it. With that being said, guys, I'm going to wrap up this video here. Hope you guys enjoyed this updated look at the complete Ares. Until next time, guys, I'm KingofDragons 5000. Don't forget to like this video, leave a comment, subscribe to my channel. Tell me what you think of the complete Ares. Do you think the sword and shield are worth it? Because honestly, I think they are. But that's just me. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments. As always, guys, go check out all my action figure reviews. All my DC Multiverse figures are up, as well as all the Wonder Woman figures needed to build Ares, as well as my previous Ares review. And until next time, guys, I'm King of Dragons. Hope you enjoyed this updated figure review, and I'll see you guys later. Take care, everyone.